Hi, I'm Ryan Noakes with DataCrunch. Tell me if this is a scenario that is familiar to you in your business or in your company. You use software and apps and various systems to run your business, and different people in different divisions are all working in different systems. Okay? Now, they're all working and putting information into these software. Maybe it's project management, maybe it's your financial system, maybe it's your CRM system, maybe it's some other system. They're putting information into those. Some information comes back out, but oftentimes reporting is sort of an afterthought. And these systems certainly don't talk to one another. Okay, which means you never have a full picture of how your customer or money moves through your business soup to nuts. So to go from initial marketing effort to lead to now into the sales pipeline and then through the pipeline and then now they've become a customer and then through the life cycle of them as a customer. And if you're a service-based business, is the time that you're with them servicing their project or their account. There are products when they bought your product, now they're using it. Then when do they come back? When do they repeat purchase? Do they have an issue? Is there a complaint? All of these sorts of things, to then final like contract closeout or customer churn, right? Having that soup to nuts view is difficult for most companies because systems don't talk to one another. What that means is that the decisions that you make are always handicapped. Okay, a lot of your decisions then end up being a mix of gut instinct, knowledge and past history, and some information. But across the company, there's different definitions. Metrics get reported in a different way. Things don't talk, so you don't ever have a complete picture of like how much money did we spend to acquire, how much have we spent to keep them, are we profitable 100%, are there areas in the business or levers that we could fine tune, could we adjust price, could we reduce service costs, could we increase demand, is there an upsell opportunity, or are they likely to churn now. All of these kinds of things are things that would be nice to have so that we can make smarter decisions across the whole company. And because we don't have all the data, then we're at least somewhat handicapped. Okay, so in order to make better decisions, you need to see the whole picture. I mean, right? I mean, isn't this different here? You see this here as this materializes. Isn't that a whole different perspective than what is initially? I mean, like, what is that? It almost looks like a weird pencil. And then we see now the whole picture. Once you can see the whole picture, you adjust your decision making. So you become smarter and it becomes harder for other people to compete with you, right? Because they don't have the insight that you have. So you need to bring all your data together to get the insights that you need so that you can drive profitable growth. In order to do that, you need a data pipeline. This is what that looks like, okay? So here we've got kind of our refining process. So data comes in, and then it's going to go through, and it's going to come into a refinement stage. And here you're going to say things like, how do we make data from all these different systems match up and talk to one another? How do we ensure that we don't lose data or that we don't duplicate data? How do we make sure we've got a single common definition for our metrics that we're reporting on leads and customers and sales and money and problems and all these things the same way? Okay, how do we eliminate data inconsistencies or formula errors? If stuff lives in spreadsheets, there are likely errors because things creep in over time and there's no solid way to audit those things, right? So you've got to go through this refining process, match it up together. Once you have that, now you've got to go and automate it, right? You need to know that your data is up to date all the time. And you need to know that you can make decisions based off the most like recent and accurate data. And that when you do that, that you're making the right decision and that you're going to get the results that you expect. Okay, so then the output of the process are insights. Data comes in, insights come out, and in the middle, we've got to both refine it and automate it. Okay, and those insights could come in the form of visual dashboards. They could come in the form of predictive analytics or what if scenario modeling or even machine learning or AI. So here's an example, right? Here's an example of a what if kind of analysis. So let's say we wanted to change our profitability ratio for the company from, let's say, 5% to 25%. Okay, what would we need to do? What levers in the business could we pull to achieve that? So now we can see this recalculates and says, okay, to do that, you would need to increase your price by 26%. Okay, that might be a little steep. Maybe we can't do that. but maybe we could make some kind of price increase, and let's see what kind of impact that makes on the business. If I do a 10% increase, okay, well, that gets me to a 13.6% profitability ratio. So we're up from 5 to now we're 13. Now there's some other levers here: variable cost, fixed expenses, volumes, other things I can change in the business to help me make those kinds of decisions, okay? That's an example of what-if analysis that helps you make smarter decisions, to know where to focus your efforts and attentions to drive profitable growth. Okay, now here's another one, okay? Show me which KPIs are on track. Show me which ones are off track. Okay, so you can get these kinds of insights if you have the right data. We can help you get these kinds of insights to drive these kind of decisions, but we've got to help you get the right data in place first. And maybe you start small, start with one system and then layer in other systems so we can see the progression of a customer through your whole business and the flow of the money. We can do these in a variety of ways to build these data pipes for you, get the data in the right format, and then give you an output like this. Okay, one is maybe we're going to use a tool like Tableau Prep or Alteryx, which is like a visual workflow tool that allows you to bring data and transform it. So we're going to get it from different sources. We're going to clean some things. We're going to join some stuff together. Now we're going to remove duplicates. We're going to rename some things. We're going to join in some other information. We're going to add some columns. We're going to do all of this, and then we're going to spit it out. Okay, so that's one approach, is doing it in a tool like this. We're very comfortable doing that. We can also do it in code. So if you wanted to do something like in Python and use the Amazon stack, that might look something like this, right? You've got your SaaS applications, you've got files and documents, databases, other data sources. Okay, we're going to run it through, and we're going to maybe run it through an Amazon EC2 server. We're going to pump it into an S3 bucket. We're going to run Amazon Lambda to run it on a schedule and keep it refreshed. Okay, then maybe it spits out to another S3 bucket. Or maybe it goes to a Postgres database, or if you need something more heavy duty, it's going to come into a Redshift database, then ultimately out to some other kind of thing. Could be a data visualization tool, could be, whatever. It could be any of these things. Okay, so that would be more of like in code. This is more of like a visual ETL and data pipelining tool. But regardless of how we get there, what we want are insights like this. Where am I on track? Where am I off track? What levers do I need to pull in the business to drive growth? Okay, those are the sorts of things that I want to help you achieve. Okay, that's like what I'm passionate about. So I'm Ryan Noakes with DataCrunch, and we can help you get your data in your company together so that you can run better analytics, you can automate processes, and you can have the accountability that you need to drive profitable growth. So I'd love to work with you and help you on your project, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Thanks.